Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host Shyam Kantar. And today that we're going to discuss about every time Doctor Strange 2 breaks Marvel's own rules. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is one of the Marvel most ambitious movies yet, but the sequel also breaks some big MCU rules along the way. Warning contains spoilers for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange is the Multiverse of Madness is one of Marvel's most ambitious efforts to date and is exciting trip into the uncharted territory for the franchise, but what doesn't stop from breaking of new establishment. MCU rules along the way, acting as the both extension of the rule titular hero story as well, continuation for Wanda Maximoff after WandaVision. The sequel pushes the limit of what Marvel movie can be, so many levels. The highest anticipated blockbuster offers up unique spin on the MCU formula, from the tunnel perspective adding the flavor of the genuine horror and sets the apart from any installment before it. Directed by Sam Raimi, Doctor Strange is the multiverse of madness sees Stephen Strange, protecting the new superpowered ally America Chavez from the increasingly threatening Wanda as the Scarlet Witch and Wild Journey throughout the various parallel universe multiverse has become a well-established concept in the MCU on the point and the franchise having been introduced through the series Loki as well the previous MCU movie Spider-Man no Way Home, while it's only now being explored by heroes of the MCU. The concept of the multiverse has been present for a while, even being loosely teased at the end of the Phase 3 in Spider-Man Far From Home. Related Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness ending explained in details. By introducing the multiverse so late into the mainline story of the MCU, Doctor Strange is the multiverse of madness creates some defined continuously errors. Recounting Kantain's idea presents about the multiverse in the previous film, as well as established rules of the previous MCU movies in general. This retcons comes in many forms, and the geographical errors or concept raise questions about the prior installment going all the way back to early MCU entries, such as Phase 2 from Iron Man 3. These retcons come from the territory of building long-lasting franchise, but the devil and the details Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness contains the handful of the odd adjustment about the multiverse and how the MCU operates. How did Wanda chase America through the multiverse? The first time Doctor Strange encounters America was in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse Madness, and when octopus-like creatures later revealed have been deployed to Wanda and Scarlet Witch attempts to kidnap her, they implies that Wanda has already been chasing America through multiverse. Despite not having the transplant herself yet, Wanda wants America for her power of multiverse travel. Yet she has been doing nothing more than casting spells across the world. Achieve these feats to unclear how Wanda is pursuing America in the movie, or even how Wanda found out about the existence to begin with. Why is Wanda location different from the end of the WandaVision? At the end of the WandaVision, Wanda is showing have hold up the remote combined in what appears to be mountainous region. However, at the beginning, Doctor Strange is the multiverse madness. Her location seems to have drastically changed. While it's showing the shiny, happy orchard she's surrounded herself by not all it seems. Her location is still clearly different from the one had last been seen inhabiting begin. The question is why is the world perhaps alternate the environment herself or simply switch hideout? But if other explanation as applicable, they are still not clear when Wanda appears in Doctor Strange sequel. Dreams are a multiverse in the MCU. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness proposes mildly fascinating concept that of dreams of being made up imagination, but rather being glimpse of one other's life in other universe. This is ambitious idea that paper every clever way to flesh out the MCU and many little details that make so lively details. But when being said, it does create some continuously errors looking back, character dreams, and previous entries. For example, Iron Man 3, Tony Stark is suffering from the PTSD and having the nightmare about the events of the Avenger. These are clearly not another universe, but rather the direct events of the movie. So while a soil concept and particular story as the Stefan discovers, every dream of falling really evil Doctor Strange killing him in another universe, it does raise handful of questions. Related, Doctor Strange 2 cast guide every Marvel character who appears. The MCU is the Earth 616. Doctor Strange is the Multiverse of Madness confirms the main timeline of the MCU is labeled the Earth 616 in other universe. As their alternate universe, Christian Palmer says it's fun little note that the Marvel Comics timeline but rises the odd plot hole. Looking back in Spider-Man Far From Home, in that movie, Mystery calls the Earth that they are currently in the Earth 616, where areas he claims to be from Earth 833. However, it revealed that Mysterio made the story up, as means the pursued Peter Parker into handing the ITH over to him. So where is No Way Home that could note the MCU main Earth in 616? It is odd that the little lie made its way into being canon with the MCU via Doctor Strange sequel. How was the multiverse opened in No Way Home while it appeared in Doctor Strange spell? Backfiring traveling across the multiverse in Spider-Man No Way Home was how the virus villain of the other Spider-Man movie universe brought into the main line. The MCU Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness seems retcon this idea a bit. American hovers on the way that multiverse opened the Doctor Strange. In this movie, where areas in No Way Home, his spell opened up in different universe, bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, various Parker, Spider-Man as well, and their respective villains. This creates some inconsistence from how multiverse travel works in the MCU. There are now few different ways has occurred going back to the Loki series, where Loki Sylvie unleashed the multiverse themselves. It's unclear if all these are connected or not, but as how now this created a plot hole that the MCU needs to address. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this topic. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more.